there was this chicken. It was a fierce bird, fiercest chicken I ever encountered in my life. So I used to shout to my dad, I said, "Dad, the chicken is going to attack us, please help us," you know. Ironically, the chicken got ran over by a train.
When the railway was first envisaged, it was really envisaged as a connector. The idea was really to help open up, the hinterland, the internals of Singapore, and also maybe connect with Johor. It was built as part of what is known as the 1932 deviation of the railway. In Singapore, there's still a single track that runs from south to north, and what that meant is two trains couldn't pass at the same time. They needed to assign authority to the train to use the tracks between maybe Woodlands and Bukit Timah, and then Bukit Timah and Tanjung Pagar.
My dad's name is Vijaya Raghavan. He used to be the station master for this Bukit Timah station, and they used to call him Mr. Raghavan. Each train had a code, and there was a token. And the token was an important point that without that token, they can't go to the next station. He used to pass that token to the train driver. The train driver will pass his token from the earlier station to the porter who will catch it. And then he will pick up the phone and he'll say, "Okay, 17 up or 16 down." That means he's telling the next station, this train is coming up. You should be getting your trains.
We actually was intrigued by the sound, the light and the noise created by the train itself. We thought the concept of using the frozen line, all the pavement, landscape and building itself, they are all using the linear idea to actually bring out the concept of the frozen moment. We had to actually do a very detailed documentation of all the timber rafters, the roof tiles, batten, tile location, the vent tiles. In the process of doing the brick restoration, we had to take down all the old tiles and also repoint the brick joint itself. The maintenance wagon you see on site, they are actually replica of the actual wagon that used to ply between the north and south of the railway stations, used by the maintenance staff in the old days.
There are two truss bridges along the railway corridor. One is at Upper Bukit Timah and one is at Bukit Timah. The Bukit Timah Truss Bridge is built based on the Baltimore Truss frame, while the Upper Bukit Timah Truss Bridge is built based on the Pratt Truss frame. The Bukit Timah Truss Bridge is 48.5 meter, which is about 5 meter longer than the Upper Bukit Timah Truss Bridge. We took extra care to document the rail elements, which includes the sleepers, the clips, and so on. When we started the project, the steel bridge is already rusted in most of the locations. So we grind them to the required cleanliness level to remove the rust. Then we carry out 4 layers of coating, which will allow us to make sure the bridge is as durable as possible in the very humid climate in Singapore. We also provided handrail and railing. Firstly, the ballast on the bridge, they are loose stones. People may easily trip and fall down on the bridge. We actually work with the contractor to use cement and grout to bind these stones together in a very firm and stable condition.
And I think the railway is an interesting case in point in the history of connections. How something like the railway actually opened up places to settlement. At that time, I was dating my wife. Every fortnight, I'll make a trip there, and she will reciprocate the next week, make the trip down to Singapore. So the railway, in that sense, connected us. But what I particularly remember of the journeys through Singapore was that there was this very beautiful country that the railway actually took you through that you would never otherwise see.
It was just like a kampong house. Everything was like the concept of gotong royong. In Malay, it means we help each other. You had guys who sell, they had small mama shops inside the station. So people, train enthusiasts used to come, and my neighbor auntie, she used to make kuehs to bring to that Punjabi uncle who used to sell cakes and kuehs and tea. He make teh tarik for those guys. So my dad was always having free tea and kueh most of the time. So it was interesting. Yeah. So it was a very close-knit community, I would say. Access storage was done here, and then you could see Dad's office. We could even shout from here to call Dad for dinner or lunch, right? So it was just us, nobody else. Two families with the supporting cast from the railway side. So the chickens were right here. So this was the farm. This was exactly the farm. There's chicken. This is what we used to do. See, the longest. The tea shop is here, this corner. So if people will come here, they will buy it, then they will sit here and then watch the trains go by.
In 2010, it was finally announced that it was going to close. Something that I knew, I got to know, I got to love, that was going to be taken away. My aim was really to take that last train out of Singapore, but then I heard, couldn't do it. So I thought about another idea. I said, why not we do it the other way? We take the last train into Singapore. Maybe in a sense it was more meaningful because it was our final homecoming.
Mixed feelings. One is because it was a place you grew. My dad, of course, was emotional because he worked. And then we were wondering what they're going to do with this place. But there are traces of that here now in history. And I hope the younger generation or the future generation get to enjoy this space and protect it and keep it for hundreds of years. Because this is a memory you will never forget. I always say the umbilical that connected the two countries, Malaysia and Singapore, it's always a railway. The day when it opened, we were like going and see, did they keep it? Did they maintain what used to be? It's like a present, It's like we are waiting for the present to unveil. What is it inside that we wanted to see? That kind of feeling. So my dad was very happy because he saw, hey, yeah, they are still keeping that. And there are traces of history inside the museum that is very interesting about the whole railway.
So I think what we hope is that the new place will also becomes a separate place for people to experience and also to commute every day. Yeah, so it becomes part of their daily lifestyle. Yeah.
It is still home. It is still home. When it's your old home, it is in your old memory. Right? I will make sure I will stop. Because every day of my life, that footstep is my doorstep. I can't just walk past. Right? So whenever I'm here out and about, it's always that memory of a home that I'll never forget.
You don't see the trains, you don't hear the trains, you don't see the key token exchange. But I think it still brings back a flood of memories for me. It's space amongst nature, somewhere that really takes you back in time. And I hope, it does that for many, many more generations to come.